They're healing each day better.
Good. How was the seminar?
That was a good experience. Just, a bit of the hassle doing it when getting back to school now, but the experience itself was good. It wasn't too heavy with reading and that sort of stuff or work while we were there. So that was beneficial. And it was good to have the professors pose questions and then get feedback.
Now, were all the professors there?
Well, not all in the program, but the main ones were. Noonan is a big name. I bought a lot of his books, and Ellis was there for a few hours. And then Murray is another one, older woman who's been in the field a long time. And then the younger one is Reines is his name. He's more into the technology, but he's not young, so. And then they also had, during the conference, 2 Skype presenters. Bailey is another one who's written a lot, and an older one. And then probably the youngest of the group, I forgot his name, but he's one of the newer researchers, and he's a teacher in the program too. So the 2 of them Skyped from, I think they were both from California. So the facilities weren't great themselves.
Your schedule worked out as far as travel and everything.
Yeah, I was pretty good following just the papers I had printed out. I would check with people all along the way. There was just the last station before the final station. It's a big one, and I guess the problem is there's too many choices. So if you ask someone how to get somewhere, there's alternative routes and alternative platforms between the underground or the metro train or the express train. So at the last station, was getting some mixed signals where I'd say where I'd want to go, but so that slowed me down a little bit. But I never got on the wrong train.
Good.
I always got the right information. And then when I went out, when I got my blisters that last Friday, the fellow I was with is working in Japan, but he wasn't familiar with that area. And I think he's kind of new with trying to find stuff, because we did a lot of crisscrossing back and forth. And then after, he said he found the place where we should have gone to get everything in one place. But it was all right. It was, an adventure sort of thing. And it got me out and with all the touristy stuff. And it was very crowded, very big. He was a bit overwhelmed because he's from a smaller town in the area, but he was like, how can they have so many people living here? It's so crowded. So I took one of the picture, or he took one of, you saw, in the square. When they stop the traffic, all 4 corners stop, and then everyone crosses. You can crisscross or jaywalk or whatever, and then when the lights go, it stops, and then the cross traffic comes. But it's like the whole plaza is full of people. Then when the lights come, the whole place, the plaza, turns into the main street. So it's kind of interesting to watch so many people being moved through the area like that. And the place I stayed was actually, half the price and probably 3 times the space don't do that, please, from those who were at the hotel. And so it was about the same walking distance. So that worked out. And then some wanted to come see, they helped me find the place the first day because I didn't have time to go directly there. But then I was also thinking, I wonder they're checking it out. So the next time they might try to book ahead of me if they. So I might have to book early if I do the next Japan residential again. But it wasn't tricky, but we got a little bit off track because I had the printout, and the guys who were with me had a phone, so they were kind of following the phone. So it didn't quite. So once we got off the paper route, then we had to follow the phone, but it worked out. So And then the woman who was there, the owner wasn't there. She was out of town. The family was out of town, but a friend of hers gave me the key and then took me a couple blocks down to where the market was so I could, buy food there. And so that was nice of her to take her time to do that. And then Sunday, she just showed up in the morning and I gave her the key back. And I went ahead and gave her the small gift I was going to give to the hostess because I had already brought some food item, gifts for the family. So that seemed to work out.
Well, good. I'm glad you had a good experience.
Yeah. And then on the way back, there was kind of a group of about 6 people, and we had lunch and then went to the station, and then we divided. Then a couple people were going to different trains, and then there were about 4 of us, and then we were going to different airports, but we stayed together because 2 of them had gotten there by the bus instead of train station. So we stuck together, and one of them knew how to speak Japanese, and then she got us out of the train station into a hotel. And it was kind of weird because to get the bus we had to keep going up to like the 5th floor of the hotel, and we were kind of scratching our heads, how do we buy tickets and we have to get on the bus on the 5th floor? Well, it turns out they do have their elevated expressways, and then the bus ramp goes from the hotel to the elevated expressways or highways. So again, I wasn't uncomfortable. I mean, I set my own plans aside and just followed along with them. But because she knew Japanese, it wasn't that big of a deal but we didn't get lost. We just had to ask questions along the way. So I rode with one of the MA students. Her flight was to at 6:30 p.m. and mine was 6:20, but she was going back to the States. So we rode together to that airport, and then she got off at the one terminal where her planes were, and then I got off at the next terminal and just waited to get on. And there was Wi-Fi there, so that was nice. Killed the rest of the time. And got back late. Everyone liked their gifts, so that was a plus. And yeah, so it was good. And then kind of getting back into school, just kind of going through the motions and a bit on autopilot, but I think I'm stabilized enough now to be able to, I have everything lined up, so that's fine. And the sub did a good job and no problems there. So I'm going to spend most of today not catching up, I'm on track, but doing my reading for this class. The next class started this week, so I have my weekly assignment due, and then we have our first Skype meeting tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning. So just this class will be a bit different because it's quantitative analysis, so it's a statistics class. So it'll be run a bit different, and the assignments will be different than the type of classes I've had up till now.
Good.
Well, I'm sure that's something that'll impact your study of the data that you have at I see the
Yes.
school where you teach at.
Yeah, this will be a big part of the dissertation. Yeah. So I have to take good notes, and then too, they've changed this testing schedule. So for this class and the next 4 classes or 3 classes, I'll need to take the test after the last week. So I have to be sure to take notes so I'm ready to take that test. The 5 tests. So it went fine, but it's definitely a busy time. But all the logistics worked out. So went well.
That's a good thing.
I'm sure the kids have plenty to say because they've all started school and had their leadership retreats and tryouts and all sorts of things. Who's first? Caroline's first. The video maker.
Yeah, we like that video.
That was
was a neat video, and they played it for CJ's Mother's Day class.
Yeah.
Mother's Day session. That was neat.
Thank you.
That's my mom, and that's my sister. Now, did you write the text to it?
Yeah.
And that's my Doritos.
Very good.
Thank you. I had basketball tryouts for U15 and I made the team.
Yay! Now, which team was that? U15, under 15.
Oh, under 15.
Basketball tryouts, and she made the team.
And my name was first.
First, yay! Number 1.
No, like,
They didn't post it alphabetically?
no.
That's great. I'm teasing. That's great. Basketball. How was your first week of classes?
It was okay. Like, I have some classes with friends. Well, the first week was kind of boring because we didn't do any work. But then the second week is pretty fun, actually.
Good.
I thought algebra would be hard, but it's kind of easy.
Uh-oh.
Like,
You're not my granddaughter.
cause like you don't have to finish the homework. Like he doesn't check.
I really enjoyed geometry, but I didn't like algebra.
Well, remember her grandma also was a math teacher, so.
I was going to say, yes.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I meant when I said she's not my granddaughter. She must be somebody else, like Poppy's mother.
Going to college?
Oh,
I'm just mathematics professional.
Oh yeah.
Good genes from the right people.
Yeah. Today's Mother's Day for Mom.
Thailand.
The action. Yeah.
Mother's Day.
So oh yeah, happy Mother's Day to you. Okay. So this morning we tried to make pancakes, but then we failed because I don't know why. And then, yeah.
Tell about your leadership.
Oh, the leadership retreat. We went to the beach and it was really fun. And like, I'm not on the game committee anymore because I asked Mr. Manny to switch because I knew a lot of people wanted to be on the game committee. So, and I was already on it. So now I'm on like the prayer and outreach committee.
Good.
And
Did-
I had to
were you- Go ahead.
I had to speak in chapel, like in front of everyone. Like people had to ask me questions and I had to answer it, but I wasn't the only one.
A panel.
Yeah, a panel.
You're part of a panel.
I think, Mom, did I send you the video for their?
Yes, you sent the video. It just went awfully fast.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really,
Yeah.
I couldn't pick people out. But I was, when on the hike where they blindfolded people, were you blindfolded or were you a leader?
I was blindfolded.
Oh, that looks scary.
Yeah, and then there were tourists like taking pictures of us being blindfolded.
Ah, they probably thought, these are crazy kids.
And
Maybe
the
they thought you were
monkeys.
playing Pokemon.
I didn't go to Monkey Island.
You didn't go to Monkey Island.
But it kind of sucked being in blindfolds because like you couldn't really see where you're going and you couldn't see like how far you hiked or like the view of the hike.
Right. And not only that, you had to really trust the person was with you to pay attention, because if they let their mind wander, you could end up over the side of the cliff
Yeah.
or stumbling stairs or whatever. I would have rather been a leader than a blindfolded person, I think.
Like my person, she's Korean, so when I was like about to make a step, she would like say it really fast in Korean, so I didn't know what to do because like she would always be like so panicky about it. But I survived.
Survival Korean.
And it started to rain, so it was really slippery.
Yeah.
So
It didn't look like an easy stair climb at all.
I didn't see it. Was that out in the country somewhere?
It was someplace close to the beach where we were. I'll have Dad look at the pictures and the videos and stuff. I was gone most of the day doing different things, so I haven't had time to sit down and show them. I told him they were there, but that doesn't do any good.
Well, I've got a hint for you when you're out in the woods, out in the country like that. If you're being chased by a bear, you don't have to run faster than the bear. You just have to run faster than the person next to you.
Yeah.
Run, CJ.
No, we'll beat Jenny.
Hey, I can take on the bear.
But was that,
Have you seen the river?
were those monkeys dangerous?
Oh, I didn't go with them to the Monkey Island because that was during our free time, and our free time was right after the hike, and we had to kayak there if we wanted to go, and I was already tired, so I just swam at the beach.
Oh, okay.
But you could actually swim your way to Monkey Island, but it's kind of far.
Yeah. It just, there were so many of them. I thought, I wonder if they're dangerous or if they would gang up on you or whatever, because there was a lot of them.
Your plan for today, have you worked that out?
No, I'm not going.
So you're with me.
Well, that's all I have.
Well, you have a good weekend.
Bye, love you.
Glad you're getting such a good start.
Next.
Who's next?
Hiya, CJ.
Hi, CJ.
Hello.
Did your mom show you the Facebook picture she found of you when you were, what was it, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks you're so cute.
I'll bring you the
We
What did you,
Yesterday you had what?
we had a ceremony yesterday for our mothers in our Thai class.
your dad sent me the video feed or the picture feed. It looked like it was really beautiful.
It was.
Oh, that was nice.
Everybody got to hug their mom, and they took enough pictures. They took the pictures of the hugs and the pictures of the tears in the mother's eyes, and they took the pictures of the face to face, and then they took pictures of the cheek to cheek. There's a lot of pictures of everybody, and you presented a gift and a card.
Yeah.
Nice. And nice refreshments too.
Yeah.
And they played Carolyn's video, right?
Yes.
Does that make you feel proud?
Me.
Some people were like asking me, was like, did you make that? And I was like, no, my sister made it.
Made what?
The video.
Yeah, that was a surprise because Mrs. Yam teaches Caroline's Thai class in 8th grade. So since they didn't have a ceremony, so she showed it to me there during the class celebration.
That's neat. That was a good video, and I thought the ceremony that you guys did was very touching.
A lot of mothers crying.
Mothers were just overwhelmed with happiness.
Sorry to say grief.
Well, I thought grief because they were crying.
Nicholson.
They were overwhelmed with happiness. So
And
what did you do while sisters went on retreating?
We saw a movie, didn't we?
We watched the movie. See?
we watched the Jason Bourne.
Oh, really?
Was it good? Don't tell me the
It
end.
was action.
I didn't really get the movie, so it was kind of boring to me.
Didn't we watch Star Trek?
No, that was our
No, that
date.
was
Oh, okay.
That was the uncomfortable.
So it was like there were so many times the movie could have ended, but then it kept going.
Oh, okay. Well, around here they've been running the earlier series, you know.
Yeah, because CJ didn't see the other one.
Catch up with everything.
And then today I'm going to visit a friend who's in the hospital,
She knows.
Oh,
Austin,
why is he in the hospital?
because of his
Appendix.
appendix.
Oh my goodness. Did he have to
Complicated,
have him
though.
up?
Yeah.
It's not a simple appendectomy.
It's called. I forgot.
Appendicitis.
No,
He's
it's
had some kind of tear, and it's been leaking slowly for about a month. And it wrapped around the intestines somehow. So it's a complicated situation.
and the doctors here, his doctors at the hospital, don't seem to have the same opinion about it.
The treatment.
Yeah, his doctor wanted him to have a surgery, but the surgeon won't do the surgery, and they don't know why. So,
Usually doctors here don't tell patients what's going on because
okay.
they just feel they know what they're doing and don't need to tell patients. So it can be frustrating, especially if you try to get a second opinion or trying to figure out what's going on. So anyway, so he's been in the hospital since he's been back for 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
And he's still going to be in for a while, but they're going to go visit him today.
BTS is free.
Joan
If you're
and
one
Nook
with a child.
and Toffee and
Movies
CJ.
are free if you're one with a
Wow, that's too bad.
Now, did the appendix rupture?
It was slowly rupturing while
Leaking.
they were still in America. He's been so sick and they don't know why. When they went to see the doctor in America, the doctor said it's not appendicitis. And the same here, when they arrived, it's not appendicitis, but then finally they found out it was something with the appendix.
My brother Bruce, actually, his appendix ruptured, and he didn't tell anybody because he didn't want to miss the last football game. So he played football with his appendix ruptured, and he ended up in intensive care for a couple of weeks. So, because it spread that infection throughout his colon and all that. So it's dangerous.
Pretty
Even if it's
serious.
a slow leak. Lots of antibiotics, lots of IVs.
Tell them about your classes now. You've done your first 2 weeks.
Oh, what
Yeah,
about
what's
the
up?
classes?
What classes you're
Algebra.
taking, your specials, your instrument playing, your
Oh.
tryouts.
So, I tried out for the U13 basketball, and they're gonna have another tryout on Monday,
How many tried?
and 24 tried for the U13, but only 12 can make it.
Ah,
So do you know if you've made it yet?
No,
after the second tryout.
and then
Is it the same people trying out again, or is it more people trying out?
the same people.
Okay.
And
what
then
instrument are you going to...
I'm gonna play the French horn.
Oh, good.
Yay. That's such a pretty sound. And how do you like having to move around to classes? Are you making the schedule okay?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like more relaxed than elementary.
Oh, really?
Really?
For now.
Well, that's...
Yeah, because like elementary, it's like once you do the subject, you just have to transition right away. But in middle school, you have like more of a time to transition from like LA to math.
Yeah.
There's little
Minutes.
breaks in between.
If he's enjoying it, that's okay. Just get there on time.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
And you had your event last week. They had an event.
Oh, and I went to the back to school bash,
Yeah.
and I joined the food competition,
Yeah.
and I drank the Slurpee, and it was so cold.
Brain freeze.
No.
Did you have a headache?
No, but like I felt like my heart was like frozen. Cause like the teacher next to me was drinking it so fast, so I had to like open the lid and start like chugging it down. So then after my heartbeat was like so slow, and I was like on the ground after I tagged my teammate.
But your heart warmed up after a while.
Yeah,
You survived. Good.
I ate some noodles after.
Hot noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to show
Well, it
them
sounds
about
like
you?
an exciting first 2 weeks.
Is that it?
I think so.
Well, that's all I have.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Have a good week. Love you. Good morning, Miss Jennifer.
Good morning.
Well, are you watching the Olympics?
I'm trying to. I don't really know. I was trying to watch it during my guided studies class, but I don't really know how to watch Team USA, the basketball team, because that's the only one that's kind of interesting. Okay, well, they're all interesting, but I prefer watching basketball because my favorite player is on the team. So,
Ah,
yeah.
so how was your first weeks?
First week wasn't like the best, but it wasn't super bad. My classes it was kind of boring. The second week was a little bit better. Yeah, we had our picture day, and so that went a lot faster than it did in previous years. Like, it only took like 40 seconds, so nobody got super sweaty. Like, usually for picture day, because it's in the gym, I just start sweating like crazy. So, I think it was okay. And yeah, we had the back to school bash. The middle school and high school were separate, so they went swimming and did stuff first, and then the high school did everything after. But my friends and I came over to my house to hang out and just chill before the event, and we got caught in the rain. So we had to wait it out, and then finally we were kind of late, so then we were like, okay, well, we can just walk in the rain with our umbrellas. And we were able to walk in the rain, and by the time we got there, it was like in full swing, and everybody was eating already. And so I think I like going later to see that instead of having to wait for people to trickle in.
Yeah. You could make an entrance because everybody's already there. They go, oh, you were coming really bad. You're all wet.
It was kind of hard, I think on Wednesday or a Thursday, because in chemistry we're learning a math section right now. So it felt like I had two hours and 20 minutes of math, and then my AP English and my psychology are very similar right now because they're trying to get like the basis of everything. So it felt like I had 2-hour classes, like math, English, and it was just hard because that like wore me out. But it's getting better. I'm doing the lifeguarding, so that's a lot of fun. The first day we did, we ran through the whole like procedure or the test that we might have to take. So the 300-meter swim, what's it called? Treading water for 2 minutes without your hands, and then like diving for a brick and carrying it back to the side of the pool. And getting out, yeah. So I didn't think I was able to do that, but I got second, like the second shortest time. You have to do it in under a minute and 45 seconds, and I was able to do it in 56 seconds. And so it was really good, and I thought I was like the slowest swimmer, and one of my friends is in the class and she's a swimmer, and she like was slower than I was, and I was like, okay, I'm okay right now. But the only problem is, because I'm swimming so often now, I only use the breaststroke with my legs. It's called, I don't remember what it's called, but it's just a certain way of like sticking your foot out and then dragging your knee towards your body. And then just that motion over and over again is messing up my knee. So at first I thought I was like, oh, it's just sore because I haven't swam in a while or something. But then this week I played basketball after school one time, and then after I had to wear the a wrap around it for the rest of the week. And then I looked it up, and it's like, it's something to do with the tendon. It's like, it's just the repetitive motion of swimming can mess up
Maybe you
the knee.
should ask Uncle Chad, because they have to hold up a 5-gallon chug of water and stay afloat for water polo. So maybe some of the water polo swimming moves that he uses would help you.
Yeah, my coach, or the swim coach, looked it up, and he said I just have to fix the way I swim. But that was kind of scary because we weren't even swimming for that long, but just because I was doing it so often,
Right.
messed up my knee. But it's been really fun. By the end of the semester, I'll be lifeguard certified, and then
If
I'll.
you pass.
No, I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
I passed already. So I'll be lifeguard certified. I'll be certified to use the defibrillators
Yeah.
and CPR. And so I'll be certified for 2 years. And then I'll be able to lifeguard at school. So that's fun too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's neat.
So I did like the physical part of. Wait, sorry, I can't hear you.
What did your dad bring you back from Japan?
He brought me back. It's like a Japanese lunchbox because they used a bento box.
And it's green.
But it's green and it has like a painted design on it, and it has it's like a tiered bento box.
It's like
That's metal.
3 cylinders, mini cylinders in a stack, and they're all clamped together. And
It's
then you
metal.
Yeah.
have them in different parts. So she wanted a jewelry holder, so she could use it for that,
Mhm.
and 2 small ceramic.
Yeah.
That's neat, because I remember your dad said he got something for you, and they had a flash of the picture he held up, and I could see it was green and painted, but I didn't know what it was, and I was just curious.
It's a lunchbox, but I don't think I'm gonna use it as a lunchbox.
You'll surprise your friends if you do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Weekend.
My leadership weekend. So there's nobody like, okay, they're athletic, but not as athletic as they were before. So I think that like a couple of the guy teachers, or like the varsity basketball coaches, they were kind of disappointed. So I kind of filled in the role of the athletic person that plays with them. And so in the pool, they forgot a ball, so we were throwing around this plastic pig, and we were playing keep away. At first it was a bottle because like we couldn't find the pig, but then we found a pig. So I think that was cool. And my grade got really like, at least the leadership team in my grade got really close. And so that's good. I don't think, usually it's a bunch of girls and then a couple of guys that are kind of weird, but we have a pretty good group this year. And so it's a lot of fun just having, I guess it's because we're older too, just having a nice group.
That's good. That's good. So you think it's going to be a good year?
Yeah, I hope so.
Good.
Everybody keeps asking why I didn't join a first season sport. Like even the people I didn't know knew that I played sports, if that makes sense. Like just random people be like, "Hey, so what team are you on this year?" I was like, "Oh, I'm not playing." They're like, "What?" Yeah, sorry.
How are the voice lessons going?
They're going good. We haven't had one in a while because we couldn't meet last week. But I feel like I'm going through voice lesson puberty or something, because it's like my vocal cords know what they're supposed to do, but it's so unnatural that it doesn't want to do it at the same time. So it's like I can make the noise, but it's like it goes in and out, or it sounds like I have like puberty for a guy. That's what I feel like I sound like sometimes when I do certain things. But yeah, he said that it's just because it's struggling to do the correct one, but because I'm new at it, or I'm a beginner, it's like, I don't know. I'm still working on it, but it's really fun.
Good.
Oh, good.
That's great.
I had F and
So
F
what
last
is
night.
Mother's Day?
I'm gonna try to make lasagna, one pot lasagna for dinner.
Uh-huh.
And then for lunch, I'm going out with my friends and watching a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thinking of your mother.
And thinking of my mother. Yes.
Yeah.
And if
That's
I
what-
go with her, she'll be free. Because today, even the train stations are free.
For mothers.
If you go with your mother,
If you show a mother.
you show a mother. So if you go to the movies and show a mother, your tickets will be free.
Yay.
Well, guess what your grandma and I have up tomorrow?
I need more.
What do you?
Anniversary?
Is it your guys' anniversary?
Yeah.
56
Yay.
years.
Whoa.
That's a long time.
That is.
I got my hair cut to celebrate it.
It's good.
Yay.
Congratulations. Where are you guys gonna go?
We're gonna order Applebee's online, and then you go to the parking lot and they bring it out to your car.
That's cool.
Dad wants ribs because he doesn't like to eat ribs in a restaurant because he doesn't like to get all messy. So
Mm.
I have to show him there's 4 different sizes of rib orders he can get. So we'll see which one he takes. So, but we decided on Applebee's, and I'll probably get like an entree from Applebee's, but there's a new sushi bar right across the parking lot, so I'll order
Okay.
some sushi too.
Oh, I also did my nails last night, so I like doing my nails like that.
They're really pretty. I was noticing them flash. Those are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing we did for our anniversary is we now have a brand new 3-foot wide sidewalk that goes from the big tree at the end of the driveway all the way back and to the end of the patio.
Okay.
But where it starts at the patio, it isn't just a sidewalk. It goes over to the planter and then goes around the planter. So it makes that area there about 6 foot wide, and it is sloped so that I can get the travel chairs.
Mhm.
Dad's
So you don't have to put it on the gravel anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was our anniversary present to each other.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Maintaining our ability to stay at home and live easily. So they came Wednesday morning. They were supposed to come Friday. They showed up Wednesday. And Dad thought it would take 2 or maybe even 3 days. They started at 7 in the morning and they were totally done and cleaned up and gone by 2 in the afternoon with the concrete all poured. They brought in these huge machines, a road grader and a dump truck and
Wow.
a skip loader, and they just whack, and about 6 guys, and they whipped it all out in no time. So you guys will
That's
have
good.
skateboarding. You can skateboard now from the back end of the garage all the way out to the tree and back.
Wow.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I wish the construction people at our school worked that fast.
We were stunned. Dad said, I can't believe they're already done.
I thought they'd get it all prepped in order to put the concrete down on the first day, and then they'd come back and
Pour the
place the concrete the next day, but they did it all in one day.
Dad said, look, there's a concrete truck out there. They're pouring the concrete.
They don't pour concrete, they place concrete,
They were pouring it out the back end of the truck.
placing it.
Okay.
As long as it got the job done.
Concrete. We're spending our children's inheritance.
It's okay. It's for your anniversary present.
That's right.
Have a good week.
You too, darling.
You too, love you.
Happy
Love you.
Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day to you too.
Thank
Tell
you.
CJ to get ready. Okay.
How did you get blisters in between your toes?
I don't know.
It's so bad. Oh gosh. I've never been.
Is it still bad?
No, it's bad. She just checked.
Yeah, I'll send pictures. These are the better pictures, better looking ones already. But
Well, she didn't take pictures when at first, so this is just yesterday, right?
how can I? I'm so.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I mean, I hadn't had problems with those shoes, but I don't walk that much. But that was like 4.5 hours of walking.
Yeah. Was it your tennis type shoes or dress shoes?
They're Nike shoes. They're tennis shoes. But and they're, I mean, like I said, a normal walking day, it's fine. I don't walk that much, and when I'm on the treadmill I use other shoes, so it just was too much walking and just a weird angle between where the toes meet the rest of the foot and then on the heels.
The pinky was the worst.
Yeah, on the right foot the pinky was
Like
pretty
hanging.
messed up, but it was building up a lot of pressure, so the kind of weird thing I had to do was when I was in the airplane coming back, I had to get a toothpick and poke it to relieve some pressure, and that helped a bit because it was really swollen, and I think being in the airplane too was built up the pressure. So that it was, as soon as I popped it and relieved it, I could walk a bit.
A needle?
Huh? No, I didn't have a needle on me, but no weapons
Well,
on
they
the
would have
plane.
given you one. The stewardess would have given you a sewing kit.
I don't think so, but anyway, it worked.
I
It
mean,
worked out.
She probably wouldn't have liked what you were going to use it for, but they do have sewing kits, if you know, little freebies.
Yeah, well, I did it in the bathroom too, so I didn't scare my seat partner there. So I don't think he would have wanted to see what I was doing. So
Now, with your schedule being so hectic, were you able to sleep at all on the plane this time?
not really. You kind of doze off and wake up with a sore shoulder or neck ache, but I don't think I slept long. It would kind of doze from time to
It's
time.
only 6 hours.
6.5, yeah.
6.5.
And it wasn't that bad in the sense that, you know, the flight was, I left 6 o'clock that time and arrived, which would have been, I guess, 1 o'clock, you know, something like that. So it wasn't that bad in that sense. It was harder the first time, you know, when it was, but it's all right. Everything went fine.
Well,
That's
just
great.
keep Neosporin on your toes so they don't get infected.
Yeah, Toffee was good about when she said the right thing, because I was saying, no, just leave it alone. And she said, I woke up to come down here to put this on you. Because I woke up at, 5:30. I was leaving at 6. So that's not her wake up time. So I said, okay, well, you did wake up at 6 to do this. So go ahead and do it.
Yes, that was the right answer. Happy Mother's Day. You can take care of my feet. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
No, I did this for 3 days. The first time yesterday, he went to school with socks and shoes. It was looking better.
That's great. When you guys did your full, testing and all that for your medicals, did they test your blood sugars?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still within normal range, but a little bit higher than normal. But it wasn't in the first pack. What we did was we ordered the basic package, which was a lot less, and then we just did like an a la carte for other things we wanted added on, and it was still a lot less than the other package. So, but yeah, I did ask them to check the blood sugar level. So, And I mean, basically, they said to both of us, you know, you need to lose weight and exercise. So
You
yeah.
shook your head and said, "Yes, we will.
We'll
Yes,
try."
we will."
Till next year again.
Oh,
Yep.
So it's been a pretty
yeah.
busy 2 weeks. Sorry?
We've had an interesting week with everybody coming early. Our refrigerator fan motor went out again, and they found the fan blade had actually ripped off
One of the blades.
that they put in 4 months ago.
Huh.
It's out of warranty, so they took a used blade off another fan and brought it and put it in, but it still kept making this weird noise. So then they ordered a new motor, and today the guy came and put the motor in. So they've been out 4 times, and each time I have to empty the refrigerator
Oh.
and put everything away.
Yeah.
So I've gotten really good at emptying the refrigerator and putting stuff back.
Are you putting back a little bit less each time?
Yes, I'm back. I'm saying, we don't need this thing.
Yeah.
Throw it away.
Yeah.
It's much less crowded now. But today, even the guy that came back to put the new motor on said, "This motor is much quieter. I actually had to open the door and close it a few times before I could even hear it running." So there was something wrong with the motor too. So that made me feel good. So between that and then again, he was supposed to come tomorrow, and he showed up. He called and said, "Can I come put the motor on?" And then the guy that was supposed to also come tomorrow had already been here, and then the door thing that we ordered with the dog door in it,
Yeah.
the way, they said that wouldn't arrive by the time they manufactured it. We wouldn't get it till October 5th.
wow.
And the guy called yesterday and said, "We're coming August 30th to put your new dog door panel in. Is that okay? Will somebody be there?" I said, "It wasn't supposed to come till October." And he said, "Well, it's going to be here August 30th. So we'll have the new dog door in."
I wonder if someone else ordered and canceled or something like that. If they already had one.
I think the companies around, are just so desperate for work, I mean, dog doors are kind of a luxury item. I think it would be real low on other people's priority list to spend $1,100 to put a dog door in the door.
Right.
Pest control's coming tomorrow.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Unless they've already been there and you didn't know.
Yeah, that guy doesn't even knock on the door.
They called today, say he'd be here a little before noon.
Yeah. I wanted him to spray the rooms that we don't use, for spiders.
Yeah.
And he said he wouldn't do it with Dad in the house. So the only way he'd do it is if we would leave for 4 or 5 hours. And even then he would be reluctant. So I guess we have to fight spiders another way. But we can water now too. Did we tell you that?
Yeah, you said they've increased the ration.
Yeah.
So that's good.
We can water 2 days at 1 hour each day. And so we have it on timers so that the front lawn will water for 20 minutes. The
Fruit trees.
the trees will go for a
Half
half hour.
And then the rose
And then
bushes.
the roses for 20 minutes.
No, 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
So, and it automatically does it at 3 in the morning on Tuesdays and
Saturdays.
Saturdays. So,
Sounding good.
we have a little patch of rain in our lawn.
Mm.
We're beginning to look like white people live here.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
And they put rock around our
The mailbox.
the mailbox in front of the house.
Yeah, that ditch was getting pretty deep.
Yeah. They graded it off smooth and then they put a real thick layer of rock on it. So I wanted them to break up the sidewalk they were taking out and just put big chunks of sidewalk, just break it up and kind of lay them down in a trough, and then put rock around it, but he said no, he didn't want to do that. So he said, "We'll just put rock on it." And I said, "Yeah, but that'll get big ridges in it again." He said, "Then just call me up and we'll bring more rocks." I guess he figures eventually it'll quit sinking or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, it looks good for now. And who knows, we may never get rain again.
Okay.
They're already saying El Nino is not. So
Hmm.
the weather pattern we were expecting isn't going to happen.
So has Jim gone in for one of his surgeries now, or is that coming up still?
The next one he has is September 1st, and he left last Thursday.
For back
Tennessee.
east? Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dad called him on Saturday,
I don't remember.
and he was in Texas already. So he was on the road already.
Oh, he's driving back.
Yeah.
Wow,
He's
that's a
driving.
road trip.
Yeah. He's driving to Tennessee, and
All
then
the
he's
way
driving
across the
from
country.
there up to Chicago
Alone? By himself?
alone. By
Wow.
himself, with a bad shoulder and a
What's this for?
prostate messed up.
Well, at least he has cruise control now.
Yeah. He's got a new car.
What's it for? I think isn't he just going for a visit to visit?
Yeah. He just said he wanted to see what it was like to travel alone, See, he's trying new things for retirement and for being without Kathy, just to see how he gets along. Tyler's giving him fits. He brought him home, and Tyler convinced him to let him take the truck and go back.